Is it on?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on. Guys, we're recording now. It's official. Everybody be aware.
Just press all the buttons.
I genuinely thought we were recording earlier.
You have
You know.
8 buttons. And we're going to keep pressing them.
How do we stop it? Hi, everybody. I'm Kayla.
I'm Erin.
I'm Chelsea.
And I'm Julia.
And we have a bonus dogs episode with the girl. Actually, we're women. Get it straight.
Me. Yes. How dare you?
But we're still dogs.
But that's why I'm calling it bonus dogs. That's what I told Travis. I said, this is a bonus dogs episode.
Yep.
It's bonus bitches.
Oh.
They are a type of dog.
I don't
female
want
dogs.
to be a bitch.
See,
You can be a
that's one
bad
of those
bitch.
things. I've reclaimed the word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, I like the C word better.
You do. You do love
That
it.
one's so
Used to
aggressive.
make me so uncomfortable,
Really?
but anymore I've embraced it. Yeah.
I love it.
Then you think of Elisa Frank and you're like, we're good.
Everything's fine.
The
Everything's
huge
fine.
fucking cunt. Yes, exactly.
That's top tier.
We're just going to talk about women empowerment, women in general. You might hear the tea kettle right now. That's okay. Your girl needs tea. We're very witchy vibes. It's fine.
You can't spill the tea without the tea.
Exactly. Thank
So
you,
true.
Chelsea.
Crush up a little
Added
something
value,
from our-
Chelsea, already.
I'm here for the puns.
I love it.
Okay, speaking of witchy, let's talk about the flower crowns.
I know. I want to start there. So, flower crowns, Friday. Well, so what? The 20th. June 20th was summer solstice. And Erin and one of her best friends had the great idea of having a witchy night.
Oh, I think I just shed something from my. Sorry.
I did earlier. Yeah, so you got us like a little area in the Snug, which is a really cool Irish local little pub.
Yeah, pub.
Yeah,
It was so
pub.
cute.
In the pub.
I was like, oh, it's not a restaurant.
No. No, it
So-
literally is modeled after an Irish bar. Like,
Yeah.
that's what it's called over there, too. The Snug is just a little cozy corner in the
I
bar.
love it.
A great neighborhood bar, too. Because I was like, especially when you,
Yeah.
if you lived close, if
Yeah.
someone did,
Right
then.
If you happen
Someone
to.
anyway, you know.
Sorry, we shouldn't call out your address.
Whatever. I just live close enough to walk. That
She
could be.
lives exactly
anywhere.
here.
Yes, here's my exact address. I will list it off at the end of the episode for anybody that wants
you
to
I
make
make
it
will
that far?
dox myself.
But so we made flower crowns and then we did a little spell for abundance. Oh, hello.
Abundance.
And intentions. And we buried it in a flowered pot, which is just yeah.
That's so
I was
cute.
looking up different spells. It was fun.
It was real fun.
That was a small act of microfeminism that we did.
Yeah, and several men stopped by to ask what we were doing. Was it a birthday party or a bridal shower? We're like, nope, just
Nope.
some witchy shit on a Friday night.
And celebrate
Several.
the start of summer. Oh, yeah.
Several.
They were like,
Yeah.
it wasn't just like, oh, that's cool. They're like, what are you doing?
And then we
Kinda
stood
jealous.
there and like proceeded to try to talk to us.
Yeah.
Sorry,
that
you're
one man
killing
was
the vibes.
Old and very
Drunk.
Very
He's drunk.
Yes. Krampus, though, I will defend him till the day I die.
Yeah.
Craig is cool as shit.
He was nice.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Krampus of Irvington. He'll never
Well,
see this.
he's got like a witchy vibe to him.
Exactly.
So that's why he's like cool.
That's probably why he was drawn to us, if we're being honest.
Yeah, he's like,
He
those
felt
are
at
my
home.
people.
Or that he knew Aaron.
You know what?
He's like, oh yeah, your kids were like, put me in a bag and beat me with a stick. That's definitely what it was.
Oh my gosh.
For sure.
So can you think of any like small things that you do for your microfeminism? It's just little things that you would do every day that are subtly pushing against patriarchy.
I think the most common ones would be like if you're walking on a sidewalk and not moving out of the way. Like that's what I think of like the number one.
I do too.
Or if I'm saying like Mr. and Mrs., like say the girl's name,
Yeah.
the women's names first, and then saying women instead of girls. So those are like, I think,
Yeah.
I would say the core.
Yeah.
I've just started calling everyone girl.
Girl.
Like, girl. Be so for real.
I did that for a while too, and I had someone that was like, I'm a dude. I said,
Not right
I
now.
call everybody sis. It's
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
You're a sis.
Also, no girl says that if we're getting called dude, we're just like, yeah, okay.
Right.
It's a
Guys,
gender
like,
neutral
come on,
term.
guys.
Yeah, exactly.
What's up?
Yeah. If
Yeah.
I need to be like explicit, I'm saying girl.
Yeah. Also, or just call me big dog.
Yeah. Like,
Dog in the house.
There you go.
I don't know. I get stank face. Like if someone comes up, I'm like, ugh. Like, why are you talking to me? And they still keep talking, but the face gets worse. Progressively worse until they're uncomfortable. And then I'm
you're
like,
at the
now we
point.
can slink away.
My eyes are gonna start twitching at them. Like,
Yeah.
you really should stop talking.
Yeah.
I refer to everything with a she, her pronoun. If it's
I love that.
positive for the most part. Like praise goddess or, like,
Yeah.
like,
That's
oh,
a
look at that
vibe.
puppy. She's so cute. I just assume everything's a girl, woman.
That's a great way to say it.
Yeah.
That's okay. So that's the other thing too. This is it's one of those random shower thoughts I had. We say girls and women. No one ever really says gals. But for males, there's boys, guys, men.
Yeah.
So is it supposed to technically be guys and gals? Like,
I think so.
Yeah.
Gals seems very Western
That's
to
what
me.
I think
Yeah,
too.
I
Gals.
think of my mom's chickens. We call them ladies and gals.
Oh, ladies. There
Yeah.
we go.
Oh, ladies.
Ladies always just feels kind of like icky and like
Yes.
condescending to me. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like,
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. I think it sounds
I
condescending
don't know.
as
I
well.
like ma'am though. Ma'am.
so here's the thing.
Ma'am.
I used to fucking hate ma'am. Like I had a visceral reaction every time somebody called me that. And now I do the same thing with ma'am.
Ma'am, you
Ma'am.
do.
Yeah.
I'm losing my
Yeah.
crown.
No, no.
Not the
I
crown.
can feel it falling.
So it's grown on me, is what I'm trying to say. That and the C word.
Yes, ma'am.
The C word.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we're getting new top tier words.
Put them in your
Family
vocab.
friendly ones.
Yeah.
I do the shoulder thing too. I'm not moving for you.
Yeah.
And I've also started because I feel like a lot of women look down when they walk. I don't look down anymore. I look
Nope.
up.
Yep.
Direct eye
And
contact.
if you happen to look at me,
Yep.
I'll nod at you. Like, I'll acknowledge your existence, but I'm not going to look down awkwardly.
yeah. Oh, I hold doors open for everybody.
Yes.
Oh, I thought everyone did that.
Well, it's just like common fucking courtesy, right? No,
Right.
apparently it's
You would
Except
think.
for like when you're halfway across the gas station parking lot and you have to do the awkward like run skip.
No, thank you.
And you're like, why are you doing this?
I kind of think it's an asshole thing to make that person feel
Yes.
like, hurry up. Or just like, no, we're
Yeah.
good. I
Please
got
just go away so I can enjoy my walk up here.
So I was with my friend Eli this weekend, and he was saying he's been holding the door for other men
Oh, yeah.
because it makes them really uncomfortable.
That's amazing. I fucking love Eli.
It was, and it just was so funny. So he was just talking about it, and then we leave the store, and the man would not let him. He's like, no, I got it. There's no one else behind us.
just like a fucking pissing
And
contest.
he goes, this is exactly what I was talking about. Yeah. But it's the same thing with like, I'll be holding a door, and how many times does a guy be like, oh, I'll get it. And sometimes
no,
I get it. Chivalrous, that's sweet. You're now making more work for me, and you're making this
Right.
awkward. Just
Don't make it weird.
damn it, let's just do
Listen,
nice things for each other.
Just like let the door go.
Yeah.
I
You're
will
right. I'll
walk
just
through
shut it.
and like I will pull the door shut behind me.
Amazing.
Yeah, if you want to open it again, then like that's on you guys. I don't have time for that.
That's your personal choice.
That's hilarious.
Listen.
I will say, I think my personal.
I loved that.
That was amazing.
You're welcome.
Clip it. What I would say my micro act of feminism would be if a man not talking about something he's excited about, but truly like bragging, like very boastful. I'm always like, oh yeah, my friend, that's a female. Oh, my friend just did the same thing. And it's one, I don't feel like I'm being an asshole.
Prime.
But a little bit like, cool, you did that. You're not special. And also,
Other people
get
can also.
Yeah.
you're allowed to share things, but don't do it in an asshole way.
Yeah.
So
You do just have like
You just
all
know
kinds
things.
of random tips and tricks for stuff.
I consume a lot of content as well.
Okay.
I'm not mad
I was on
about
Pontre.
it.
I'm just gonna put her on
Pontress, holy
speed
shit.
dial.
You should,
I
honestly.
ruined my life.
Yeah, you know what?
Can you fix it?
That's her microactive feminism. She asked another woman. There we
Oh
go.
my god, yeah. Yeah, I don't need Courtney. But see, look, I literally married Courtney in an act of feminism, so no one knows if it's a he or a she.
It's true. So I'm glad you said that because that was one thing I actually wrote. So if it's a gender neutral name, I will
yes.
always assume I'll say she.
Yes.
I like it.
Again, it might be an asshole thing to do, but
think
I was
it
going to
is.
say name like Courtney, Sydney,
Yeah.
Terry,
Jordan.
Jody.
Jordan. Yeah. Oh, Taylor for sure.
Yeah.
Always.
Jody.
Always
Did
female.
you know Grayson and Hudson are like up and coming girl names?
Really?
Hudson I could see.
Oh, really? I think Grayson seems more feminine than to me.
Yeah, I one of my kids' baseball parents. Her name is Grayson, and I was just like
Interesting.
stop. I'm in love.
I actually do think Grayson is very cute.
Oh yeah.
Well, and she's like gorgeous too. Like I feel like if you have one of those names, like you're just a bombshell.
I agree.
Automatically.
Yeah. Like
Does she have curled eyelashes too? Because when kids have curled eyelashes, it pisses me off.
Like, what did you do? to
Yeah.
deserve those?
Or when men have
good
curled
point.
eyelashes.
my kids.
Waist.
My boy
waist.
kids.
I would say my brother has the longest lashes ever.
That's why his boy child also has, and he's blue eyes. It's not fair.
Oh, I have a blue-eyed blonde-haired
Just
boy.
shut up, Chelsea.
He's like a
Shut
little
up.
cherub, and I'm just like, is that mine?
Where did you even come from?
Did I make that?
Yeah, I was like,
Patch.
this doesn't even look like me.
So some of the most hated women we all agree, say together, Katy Perry.
Okay, so I need the backstory because your girl's been under a rock.
So one of the stories is she went up to space
I did know that.
and released the flower and said, "This is for women everywhere."
She's just cringe.
Or you could just like donate
flower?
money.
A flower, yeah. Well, it's for her daughter because her daughter's Daisy.
Was it a daisy?
Bloom.
Yes.
That is her child's name.
Almost
It
as
sounds like a
bad.
perfume.
Gwyneth, was it Gwyneth Paltrow? Was that her name?
Oh my God.
Apple.
Yeah.
Get fucking real.
Moses.
Oh,
That's her son's name. Like
Moses?
Moses.
Does she even love Jesus?
Yeah, the next one's gonna be Eve.
It's gonna ruin all humanity.
Yeah, they're gonna
Obviously.
be like, Apple and Eve.
Katy Perry actually has a lot named after her in California because she was like,
California girls.
oh, no.
She literally
That is
wrote
a
about.
crime against humanity. But no, she was like,
I have a Jeep
what's the
though.
word I'm looking for? Like kicking elderly people out of their homes, essentially. Like, yeah, she knows what I'm talking about. I'm going to get the details all wrong. But yeah.
No, it's
What?
well.
Tell me. She was a shitty landlord, essentially, and was evicting these seniors from their homes.
Fuck.
That goes into a whole thing of rich people continuing to stay rich.
Yes.
I mean that.
Okay, I just saw something in the news about that, but it was a guy in Indiana doing it.
Who was it? My dad. He's a landlord.
It was your dad?
No, he's a
I
really.
was like, dang.
No, he's really nice. He loses
does.
money, actually.
Was it the guy that owns the, I won't say it, but it's that horror themed,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I was so mad because I wanted to go there.
allegedly.
No.
Yes.
Alleged.
I was supposed to have tea there.
I'm not trying to get
And
you
now
guys
I
sued for
can't.
libel
And now
or
you're having
something,
tea
so
here.
Allegedly.
Now we got to start
said it
hanging
4
up
times.
horror things with all the Lord of the Rings and stuff.
That makes me so sad.
I know.
That sucks.
There was some outrage amongst the foodie community though, basically saying like this is kind of a witch hunt. You guys need to back off. So again, don't know how much truth there is to it.
Okay.
I don't know enough to have a dog in the fight, but
That's fair. Do you guys remember when everyone really hated on Anne Hathaway? Yeah. And I think people hated on her because she was a feminist before it was a really big deal to be a feminist.
I also have kind of heard she's an asshole in real life.
No! What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, like-
Catherine Heigl is too.
That one I knew.
I've heard that one.
She's like a terror.
And
Damn
Renee
it.
Rapp, which sucks because I love her in Mean Girls, and just as a
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, apparently she's kind of a
Which
bitch
one
in
is
real
she?
life. Regina George, the blonde one in the new Mean Girls movie.
Oh, the new one. Okay, I was like,
not
that's
Rachel McAdams.
Rachel
She's a
McAdams.
literal-
You're wrong.
And she's, if I could be anyone else, I would be her.
No, not her. She is safe. She is marked safe from shitty feminism.
Yeah.
I also feel like Anne Hathaway got some stuff just because from Princess Diaries.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that was the whole thing of the movie, was she was supposed to have like a glow up.
Yes. That was
And
the point.
I think people just hated it because they did a really good job at making her not seem cute. And she's so gorgeous.
Yes.
What new movie is she in? She's like
She is in something.
she looks 28 years old.
Yeah.
It's
Well, all,
She
all
sold
the
her soul.
celebrities, like
Well,
Jennifer
they're-
Aniston.
They're all drinking
and
fetus blood.
Yeah.
and, you know.
they were with us making the flower crowns.
Obviously.
Yeah. You just need a flower crown and your problems are fixed.
Obviously. Ugh. Well, that sucks that Anne Hathaway is kind of a piece of shit.
Again,
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
It's hard to know because if people were coming up to me and I was just trying to enjoy my dinner,
Yes.
I'd be an asshole too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I would absolutely be an asshole.
honestly, I would 100% be ripped apart if I was famous. Like, they'd be like, dude, she's a piece of shit. And I'd be like, I can't help it. This is America.
This is just who I am.
I am who I am.
Yeah.
Oh my
no
gosh.
apologies.
Well, okay, so then how about some of the most loved women?
You already know who I'm going to say.
Say it.
I promised Travis I would bring her up.
Bring her up. Nope, do it.
Taylor Swift, obviously.
Swiftie.
Yes.
Yay.
I mean, she still to this day is like arguably the most recognizable person on the face of
Absolutely,
the
she
earth.
is.
1000%.
She still will walk up to a person and say, "Hi, I'm Taylor."
Yep.
Like, no shit, dude.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody knows who you are.
We know
Well,
who
like
you
the
are.
scrutiny, like they're like, oh my god, she's dated all these people, but then like you have John Mayer, who's an absolute slut.
Right.
Leonardo
And, like,
DiCaprio.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god,
He
he's so
is a
creepy.
slut.
He's gross too.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
it's so
like,
gross.
listen.
Yes.
When's your birthday?
if you are less than half my age, great. Anything over that though?
Yeah.
Do you remember
gotta start
9/11?
fighting.
Were you alive? No, can't date you.
Yeah, listen, if you've been traumatized by world events, it's
too
not a
old for
vibe.
me.
Yeah.
Too
Like,
old.
yeah, I need you to have your
Yeah.
rose-colored glasses on or it's not going to work.
That's been my argument for Taylor for a long time, though, because people would be like, "Oh, she never thinks about her ex-boyfriends and blah blah blah." I'm like, what the fuck is most music about if not relationships and
If I
love?
could
and
capitalize on my trauma from exes,
Girl.
your girl would be doing it.
Also, she's capitalizing with bangers. So
I know.
who's really mad?
right? Like, do we love that she's a capitalist queen? Not really, but she's probably not a billionaire anymore now that she dropped
So
$400
much.
million to own her own fucking art.
Yeah,
it is
literally.
crazy.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Anyhow, you know I could make an entire episode just on Taylor
I
Swift, so I
know.
won't do it.
So
but-
we could say,
Sure,
I mean,
like, but I
her,
could.
she's never turned on her fans, which I think is why,
awesome.
because so
Oh
many
my
people,
god, like Doja Cat,
Yeah.
Jesus.
wild. She went off the deep end.
Yeah, she's like, anyways, I hate all my fans and fuck these eyebrows. She did.
In a
And
way,
then
I
she's
kind
like,
of
don't call me weird.
also kind of Chapel Roan. Like, I get there's a boundary there. Like, don't
Yeah.
look up my family and like.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But to be like, I'm too busy to keep up with current events. I have to like go to the gym and I have to tour and
Other people have to work.
real, girl. Like,
Some of us have to fight for food. Literally.
but no, I'm sorry, you have to go
not
to the
in the
gym
group,
and
but-
like make art. So
Yeah.
that rubbed me the wrong
I
way.
gotta be loved by the gays. This is exhausting.
Oh my
I am
God.
gay. I don't have to work for this.
Becoming. No, stop.
I've earned this.
I mean, she's a Midwest princess, though, so she has like a little soft spot, and I'm like, don't do this to me.
I know.
I'm trying to stand strong, but
So going with Taylor Swift, she's loved by so many, but you could also argue that she is amongst the most hated on too, including our president, who tweets about her.
It's so bizarre. He is literally obsessed with her.
Crazy.
Obsessed with her.
well, he like decided to do the AI, and then she's like,
Oh, yeah.
so don't use my face, and he's just like, don't tell me
What to do.
Yeah, like I will do what I want.
He's such a piss baby. I
yeah.
can't.
He's like, I will do what I want.
It makes
And he will.
Yeah, he will, and make it everyone's problem.
You remember when people used to say, love me or hate me, you're still obsessed with me.
Yeah.
That's her.
I love it.
I know we have other ladies that we love. We love Rachel McAdams.
Yeah. Well,
She's so
I love her. I would die for her, I think.
When
Only
she did
celebrity.
that, was it Vanity Fair cover when she was like right after she had her baby and she was pumping? I
Yep.
was like, this is goddess shit right here.
I
Like,
didn't know that. That's amazing.
We'll have to find a picture of it because I was like, I don't even swing that way, and this is
This is
Wait,
amazing.
wait.
Also,
What
how-
about Kate Beckinsale? Is she a vibe?
Oh, I don't know who that is.
I love her.
Do I know who that is?
Yeah, she's the underworld queen.
I'm gonna look her up.
Look her up.
What is she
and she's in Total Recall, Underworld.
was she in Pearl Harbor?
Oh,
Yes.
I gotta move. Hold on.
She's the wife in Click.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah. She's just like all beige.
Why
She
has
is-
that movie been brought up so much recently?
she's gorgeous.
I just think of the flap.
It's the Matrix.
It's my flap, and I'll do what I want with it.
I wouldn't have known her from Underworld, but yeah,
Can you
she's
swing it so I can see it.
yeah. Let me zoom in on
Yeah,
her.
she's like
absolutely
stunning.
gorgeous.
What a babe.
Yeah.
I know, it's like so annoying how beautiful she is.
That's amazing.
Fictional character, but Leslie Knope.
I was just gonna say Amy Poehler.
Yeah. Yes. Well, I was gonna
Unless
say,
you're Republican, then no.
But those are people that deserve to have our microfeminism happen to them anyway. So
Well, they're
it's
gonna
fine.
try Marjorie Taylor Greene.
We're like, oh my
God.
gosh.
Can I circle back to people that we hate real quick?
Please.
Who we hate.
Yeah.
Well, yes, but also the fucking girl wash your face lady. Do you
Oh
remember
my gosh.
when that was a vibe
I
for a while?
do remember that.
Everybody was raving about her, and I was like, this reads like
Weird.
complete bullshit. And it turns out it was.
What is it? I don't remember.
Rachel Hollis is her name.
Okay.
And she basically made herself famous by being like, don't be a lazy fuck and you'll be successful. Like
That is
me.
what her book was.
Okay.
Do you know I tried to read that book and I couldn't?
Same. It ended
I
up in my did not finish pile.
Uh-huh. And I
It's
don't have very many
Giving
books
Kim
in that pile.
Kardashian vibes.
No, it's more
It's
like trad
worse.
wife kind of.
Yes, trad wife.
Yeah.
I've never worked a day in my
Have
life,
you
but I
guys-
work so hard.
Have you heard of Ballerina Farm?
Yes.
That is so freaking sad.
She's tragic, but she's one of those like bought into it. Like, yeah, this is what I want. This I'm gonna be
Yeah,
a
I'm
wife.
like, you
and-
can't convince me that you would rather do that than
No, if you've read
Be a
that
ballerina.
interview, she very much is like, yeah, that was
This
my
is
dream.
what I
Like, I was
want.
going to be a professional ballerina, but it just wasn't in the plans for our family. It just wasn't.
Well,
gonna
did
work.
you hear that he like had apparently he had paid to have his seat next to her, and that's how he like.
He orchestrated all of it?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that part about the seed. I think that we've talked about this girl
That's
before.
like creepy.
I'm not following. I'll do follow up research afterwards.
Yeah, just be
I'll hyper-
prepared to be like, no.
Am I gonna be really pissed off?
You will. Yeah, you will. Because
Yeah,
she
you're
was
gonna need a
in
tub of
line
ice cream.
to become like a professional ballerina and then got married and decided to be a trad wife instead.
Yeah, and live in
supposedly
a
by
farm.
choice.
decided?
Right. Supposedly.
And then is she now promoting that lifestyle?
Yes.
Okay.
Very
So
beige mom. You know,
Well,
and
it's that
creams
like
and-
sad, creepy, empty, hollow. Like today, I'm gonna make bread, and then they make bread for fucking 6 hours.
she has no soul. There's no way.
Yeah.
like
There's
her
no way.
soul was sucked out when
Yes.
that man sat down, and he's like, she's just gonna make fucking bread in an expensive oven,
And she'll like it.
and she'll make money on TikTok.
Yep.
yeah, there's no shame in that life.
Right.
There's shame in it when it's not your choice.
Yeah.
But you are still have, I guess, you're hiding behind the lack of accountability, the lack of maybe that you are carrying some shame that someone else allowed you
Yeah.
to
Well, I don't
give up on her dreams.
I think the problem is that like when you have like a dream for yourself, women tend to have their dream put on the back burner over men.
Yes.
1000%.
I would agree with that.
And so they kind of like gaslight themselves into thinking this is like, oh, I'm putting my family first, or I'm doing this, and I'm helping and I'm being loving and blah 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 blah. But like it's like you're more than just like being a mom or more than being a wife, and like you're allowed to be sad that like your dreams didn't come to fruition.
Absolutely.
Shadow trauma.
Yeah.
But
One
they
of
don't.
those- yeah.
And they won't
Want
acknowledge
you.
it.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Or like if they mention something to their husband, then the husband gets really defensive.
Well-
And was like, well, you made this choice.
And if they acknowledge it, well, one, you'd have to have accountability, but you also might mean that you're giving up a little bit of control.
But when I was in nursing school when Travis and I met each other, and it was one of those, he knew and had accepted that we would be together before I had. And it was one of those, we had kind of talked about it at one point. I was like, I'm finishing school. Like I'm not doing anything else in my life until this goal's done.
Yeah, well, he didn't go to school, and he's a piece of shit, and that's why
Obviously.
he.
Yeah.
And
He's
that's
like,
why he
listen.
said, that's fine, do that.
He's like, I'm a trophy husband. Okay.
My husband literally refers to himself as a trophy husband, and I'm his sugar mama.
That's amazing.
Courtney is desperate to be a sugar baby. And I'm like, absolutely not.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Like you may be pretty, but it's not happening.
I did
Chelsea, he does have a very pretty face.
I know.
He does. He has a very.
Do you know that his hair is like real and long and luscious, and I had to go get fake shit put in my hair? And then he had the gall to ask if we can measure our hair.
Oh.
Yeah, my hair was a half an inch longer, and I was like, "You better go somewhere. You better take a walk." because your girl is about to blow a casket.
I'm about to crash the fuck out.
Right, literally.
Like, I just wanted mermaid hair, and here you are looking like a freaking Viking elf.
Disney prince.
Yeah, I'm like,
I love that. A little Viking elf.
yes. Like, he
think when I
always
saw the
just looks
braids,
so, yes,
like,
he's
he
so
looks like a
majestic
Viking.
all
Oh
the
my
time.
Gosh, I know, I love
And I'm
it.
like, can you chill? I'm supposed to be the main attraction here.
I love that you're trying to match my energy, but also
Yeah, like
away.
you're already like up there.
Get uglier, please.
Yeah, like
but also don't.
dude, no, he broke his nose and he's still attractive. Like,
I didn't
be
know
for
that.
real. Yes, he has this little crooked nose, and he's still attractive.
He's a really good feminist too.
He is.
Oh my god, he'll go to bat.
Honestly, all the partners that we all have are great feminists, like as men, which I really appreciate because this world needs those people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, holy cow.
Well, it's tough, I think, as a woman sometimes to be able to express how we feel, like our disgust almost sometimes, 'cause that's
Yeah.
what it is, in some men, and not have our partners get defensive.
Yeah,
Because there are so many women that even their own person who's supposed to go to bat for them all the
Right.
time can't even be vulnerable with their experiences because they're like, well, no, you don't get to take that away from somebody.
No.
Yeah. No.
We see it all the time. How can you not be vulnerable with your partner? That's so crazy
Like,
to
you
me.
need to be able. Have you seen some of the things of famous people who are like, no, he's never seen me without makeup on, or
No.
Dude,
Oh,
we used
yeah.
to work. I don't know if you ever worked with her. She had been married to her husband for 19 years at that
gosh.
time.
yeah.
Had never pooped in the same house. or
Oh,
farted.
What?
Wow.
Bro. Are her intestines okay?
Right? I'm like, so do you like drive
To the
to the
gas
gas
station?
station
go?
every time, or like make him leave the house so that you can take a dump in peace? Like, I don't understand that at all.
Women take shits.
Yeah, women
I
poop.
said it.
Everybody does.
It's not allegedly. It's real.
It's for real.
Accept it.
I hated that saying that was like, women don't fart, they
Oh,
fluff.
I know.
No.
No.
yep.
I'll rip some motherfucking
Yeah.
ass.
we be farting, okay? We be farting, and sometimes they smell bad.
No,
it's always.
They
If you would
always
only feed me flowers and fruit, I would always smell good.
eat your crown.
Yeah, no.
Oh my gosh. One of the things that we had on our little outline was just people who got dragged into the spotlight or media, and then they ended up actually being really good people to have there. I kind of think Miley Cyrus.
Yes.
Okay, I can see
People
that.
who maybe, yes, they might have had a crazy phase, but it was them trying to transition,
They were figuring themselves
Well, it's
out.
all
Yes.
the Disney
In
stars.
the public eye.
in the public eye.
Uh-huh.
Like, can you imagine being 16, 17 years old and having attention on you at all times and just like,
That's awful.
I don't feel bad for men. I'm so sorry, Chelsea, but Justin Bieber, same thing.
yes. Well, because that poor guy
Yes.
was,
Yeah.
Well,
had things happen to him.
he's
Groomed.
still going
Yes.
through
A
it.
lot.
Thank you. Yes. I'm like, my
Yeah.
brain is not working and I cannot think of the
Allegedly.
word. The worm.
Allegedly.
The word. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
Um,
But also, he hates his wife so much.
I know.
I heard that recently too.
He shut the
It's-
door on her.
Yeah, well, also, like, I don't think a lot of people like go into postpartum a lot because like women are experiencing like so many emotions and stuff.
Like postpartum depression.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. But like they like not only do they not go into it for women whose like hormones and all of that is out of whack, but like you literally have this little human making everyone miserable. Like
Yeah.
and it's like no sleep, nonstop chaos, and then everyone's just like, "Oh my god, you have a baby!"
Why aren't you so happy?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you should be thankful, and it's just like, and so like I just think in general, like parents don't get enough credit, especially when the
Yeah.
kids are like,
Holy
honestly,
cow.
like just let's just be honest, like kids can suck. Like,
Yeah,
they're
Not can,
yeah,
they do.
yeah, like the part that sucks about them just changes. Like they go from crying all the time to like ripping your
all the
self-esteem
time.
down. Yeah, like
to talking back about literally anything and everything
Yeah.
and being like, actually, I have an argument for that. Jack
Yeah.
is in his actually face right now.
Oh, okay, Oscar.
yeah. No, like Coraline's favorite thing is to like get a reaction, and she'll be like, "Do you think you're smart?"
Oh,
And I'm like I like to think so, and then she'll just humble the shit out of me in public. And And I'm just
keep
like,
snorting in the microphone. I'm
why?
so sorry.
Keep it up.
Yeah, like they're little
support it.
savages.
Just put little
and
Peppa
nobody
Pig.
tells you about that. Everyone just posts their little like perfect cake pictures and they didn't tell you they cried and screamed the entire time.
That is why I feel so bad for Britney Spears, because she was going through it.
I know.
Already.
And they're
then
like
she had 2 tiny babies like back to back.
Yup.
And
with fucking Kevin.
K-Fed.
Kevin. It was
of
those
shit.
like Magic Mike moves.
Oh my gosh.
But damn it, can she still dance?
Yeah.
I actually just watched a video where they showed 2004 Britney and like now Britney.
Oh.
And it's like, yeah, no, she's like doing the same thing. She's just in her kitchen.
Yeah.
And her brain
and
is
with knives.
fried.
And her
Yeah.
brain is
There's
fried.
like, well, she walked around with a fucking snake. Like, why not knives?
I do feel bad now. I went to see her. Now
yeah.
I know it was during the conservatorship.
Yeah.
In Vegas.
No, when she was here, like she came
Oh.
to Indy.
Oh,
God,
damn.
it's been years.
Yeah.
I think I don't even think I had kids yet.
Oh,
And I remember sitting there thinking, God, she just looks like a old show pony that just needs to get put out to pasture. And now I'm like, well, that was a shitty thing to think / say, because she was not.
turns
she's
out it was
fucking
real.
going through it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
she literally did not want to be there, and her dad was forcing her to go
Yeah.
on tour to make him more money.
Yeah.
I couldn't even imagine.
Such a sad thing.
Did you guys see she married? They're not married any
Fucking
longer.
Sam.
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
He is.
like, you
I just-
cannot
I don't know who
convince
that is.
me.
No, I think
was
there was this
her
whole master
long-term-
plan.
Yeah, he was her long-term boyfriend. And then her conservatorship was like, deleted.
Free Britney.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we freed
We
her.
did it.
Yeah. And he fucking marries her, and now he's like, oh, she's not a vibe. And then fucking leaves her.
She's not a vibe.
Yeah, and then he's like, no, I didn't do it for the money. Like, be so fucking for real, Sam. Your personal trainer. You
Right.
have nothing to offer the world, but you. Blech.
But a shitty B movie.
Yeah, like, Britney's too good for you.
I hope that she had a prenup with him.
And you know
I hope
she
so.
didn't.
No.
She's like, I want to take my
She
IUD
said
out
that-
and have a baby with this guy.
Yes. Like, who does that?
Oh my gosh. Can we
she's
talk
not
about self-worth? It's insane how many women just don't feel good about themselves. And I understand that there are men that way too. All people are that way
Yeah.
until you feel comfortable with yourself. But that's one of those things where it's like, no, you are enough. You don't have to have a baby with someone to be a person.
Well, so going off with finding worth in
Yeah.
motherhood and things like that, that's something that Kayla and I are different from you
Yeah.
guys. But as a wife, as a mother, you guys just have different expectations.
Yeah.
And it's one, I mean, I think sometimes if you want to have your own life, it's just like shit on. Oh my gosh, are you kidding? They went on vacation twice this year
And they
they
didn't
left
take
their
their-
kids with their grandparents. Yeah, they had 2 weeks out of the entire year to breathe. Like, what the actual fuck?
Support.
Like
Support.
it-
Well, when I was going through my divorce, which was like super crazy.
Oh, you're going to hell. You got divorced.
Yeah. So like when I was going through my divorce, I got like super toxic and like he was stalking me and shit.
Classic.
And like I'll never forget, one of the guys on the unit said that it was perfectly reasonable for him to be stalking me after I had moved out.
For
I
what
won't say his
reason?
name, but
It was him. Yep. And it was another girl, and I'm sure you know her name too. But yeah, they're like, well, she's still married to him. Like, I'm sorry that it's COVID and the divorce didn't go through, but they were like insinuating that like it was okay for him to like, because he was like, calling the work to see if I was there, making sure like where I was,
Yeah,
going through.
genuinely stalking.
Yeah.
You would
tracking
drive
all
by
of your
where you-
devices.
Yeah. Yep. And like he was keeping track of who was in my house,
Yep.
like even when the kids weren't there.
It was wild.
Yeah. And so
Not even
like,
appropriate if you guys were living together.
oh,
Right.
he was like timing me in the shower when I was living with him. Yeah. And so like I just remember the entire time I was going through the divorce, like I was just like, what am I gonna do? Like I'm like, because I felt like really alone, and everyone just kept saying like, think of the kids. And I'm just like,
It pissed me off so much.
yeah. And I was just like, well, I'm a person too.
Yeah.
Like, I know this is hard on the kids, but like, your girl is going through and like, you just have to like smile, like, and pretend like you're okay. But like, when
You're
I
not
tried to
okay.
be vulnerable with some people, they were just like, well, you wanted this. And it's like, well, yeah, because it wasn't a good relationship.
Because I don't like being timed while I'm in the shower.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like,
do want this.
Yeah,
Also,
it's very controlling.
Of course, you're thinking of the kids. And a part of thinking of the kids is caring about myself.
Right.
Too.
Yeah. Modeling to them that this type of behavior is not okay and not acceptable. And you don't have to be with a person that's like, that treats you like that.
Yeah, but it was just wild because like it's like as soon as like people become a mom, that's what they are. Girl gets married, they're viewed as a wife. They stop being viewed as like an actual person. They're like viewed as these labels, and like you just kind of, and so like, you know, when a mom wants to go do a hobby or a wife wants to do that's not okay. But if the husband wants to go golfing all fucking day,
Right.
then
It's
like,
fun.
dude, he just needs to unwind.
No, he's networking.
Yeah,
Come on.
like he's building
Business on the golf
he's building
course.
his empire.
Obviously.
It takes time, okay?
It will benefit you.
Yeah,
Ugh.
like it's just insane how women have all of these labels and then like the guys just don't get them.
That is one thing that when I go to baby showers and they're like, what's one piece of advice for you have for the mom? That's what I put every time. I'm like, don't forget that you're a person.
Yeah.
You're allowed to like have interests.
Yeah.
That
is
anytime
what
somebody has a baby,
Yeah.
maybe this is a dick move. I don't know. Like, yeah, I'll come to the baby shower. I'll bring you diapers and wipes or whatever. But when I come to see you after you have a baby, give me that baby. You go do what you want to do. Or if you just want to hold your baby and enjoy them for a while, like let me fold your laundry or do your dishes or cook you a meal or something.
Let's
so
hang
that-
out and support each other.
My favorite present, like when one of my friends is like just gave birth, is to bring a robe, slippers, and chapstick. Do not forget the fucking chapstick.
Yeah.
For the lips
PJs.
and the
Yeah.
nips.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lips and nips.
Exactly.
Yeah, because it's just like you just did all this work to bring a baby in, like
Yeah.
because everyone just brings stuff for the baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to bring snacks that you can eat with one hand because, you know, like, especially if you're breastfeeding.
Oh yeah,
like,
you just
need to be able to snack.
starved yourself for however many hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. No kidding.
Yeah.
That is one thing I've started getting friends who are having babies too. The diapers. Yeah. Like mom diapers. Depends.
Oh my god, those are the
They're
best.
so much
'Cause,
better than
like,
the ones we give you in the hospital.
And no one wants to buy them themselves.
No one wants to buy.
Yeah.
I will go get you the big pack any day. anytime,
Well,
sis.
especially if you're like a C-section mom, like
Yeah.
underwear just hits right where your
you
incisions
need high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, girl, you go live
That's
in
real.
that moo.
I do remember talking to you forever ago, not long after we met, and you weren't like waffling about having kids, but you had definitely made some mention of like, we're not sure if we want kids or not. And I
Oh,
said,
yeah.
dude, if you're not sure, don't do it.
Yeah.
Like, I love my kids. I would die for them, but you gotta
Yeah.
want it. It is,
It's trying.
I mean, obviously it's a lifelong thing, and then your kid gets diabetes, and then like you've dealt with it for yourself for the past however many years, but now you have to think of it in a whole different way.
Yeah. That's a hard
Well,
thing.
you're like
is hard.
managing multiple lives. Like it's not just you.
No, you are
it's
the-
like
Yes.
everyone. Like, so you're
the
managing
social director.
yourself.
You're the-
Yeah, you're managing
Yeah.
all of them, making sure that, and like kids, why are there so many ways that kids try to fucking kill themselves? Like, be so for real right now. Like,
1,000
why
ways
is
to
everything?
die.
Yes,
version.
yeah, kids edition. Because you're just like, why would you do that?
That's hilarious.
Why are you so dumb?
Yeah, like
Right?
you're just like, how the fuck have these things been like growing up over the millennia? Like, what?
The brain.
How are you still here?
Yeah, like they're like, you know what? I'm just gonna like walk into oncoming traffic, and you're like, why? Like, you see this big ass thing coming towards you. Why do I have to tell you not
Listen.
to step in front of it?
They're trying to get a free ride to college. It's really to benefit you.
I'm still actually hoping a city bus hits me. Oh, my whole family's
push
gonna be
you.
taken care of.
Regina George.
I'll push you.
How can we
did
push
you
you
guys
and make
go
it look like
find
a
your
I want
Maddie?
prom queen.
Yeah.
Oh my
She
gosh.
didn't even get prom queen.
I know,
That's the
I
first
know.
part.
But
She fit in the dress.
she caught it. She
But
caught a
got-
piece of it.
Right.
Dude, what happens if that piece cut her though? I'd be so mad.
That's the extended
Stop.
cut.
Could you imagine like getting cut by the crown that you wanted? I'd be like, is this karma?
Well, with our niece and nephew, we have what I call overstimulation time. And I tell them, like, you're not allowed to talk to me for 3 minutes. For
Oh my
3
God.
minutes, you cannot talk to me. I'm not answering you. I'm not talking to you. Like,
I try to explain that too. Like, I am dead ass. Like, I am overwhelmed. Please just stop.
yeah.
And like, I'm like, you know, and then like you have to explain to them, like, you know, when you're overwhelmed and you scream and hit.
Yeah.
So mommy's not allowed to do that.
Well, so going off with kids, it's not just time. That's like, I guess my biggest criticism of, I'll say, of mothers is you don't just get to say, well, I'm taking care of them. That's not what
Right.
it is. You are there to make them the best humans. You are not there to be like, oh, this is so fun. This is so cute.
No, you have to
They're my
nurture
best
them
friend.
through
If
the
You
hard
don't,
shit.
you don't want to talk to them about emotions. You're not a fucking parent. I'm sorry.
It's hard.
You're just, if you're not there to just spend time with them,
An intentional time. Not
there
just
you
like,
go. Yes.
Because like my mom, she never watches my kids anymore, mostly because I don't want her to. But like when they were smaller, she literally would want to just like sit them down in front of the TV and watch a movie and have them not move. And I'm like, they're 5 and 2. They're not going to want to do
That's
that.
not a thing.
It's not a reason to have a child if that's what you think. Okay, so
my God.
this was something I thought was fun. So girlhood nostalgia.
Yes.
Oh my
yeah.
God, the 90s.
What made you feel empowered as a kid? I think this is just such a fun question.
It is such a fun question.
You remember like those little like glitter things and they were rollers and like you would rub it all over your chest and you were like, fuck yeah.
Then you felt sticky, but it was worth it.
Yeah, like you're just like, am I fucking Hillary Duff right now or what?
And it usually had some incredibly noxious scent. That was
Oh,
just,
yeah, it
so
was, like,
sickly
fucking alcohol.
sweet, like-
Supposedly, yeah, I was supposed to be blueberry, but it was just like basically
Straight
blueberry
acid.
brunettes.
Yes.
Yeah, it was just like gearing you up for high school.
Speaking of brunettes, sorry, this is sort of a side tangent.
That's who we are.
Right. The new Kesha song.
I'd have to hear it again.
I was like, this
don't know it.
I did listen to it.
I have not.
summons just memories of like putting on the tiniest little Charlotte Russe tank top.
Yes.
2 of them or 3. You know, you have to layer them.
We layer.
And drinking raspberry brunettes in a field somewhere. Like,
Oh my God, mine was like blueberry brunettes and Gatorade.
We'll
we'll have to listen to it because it literally was like, this is getting ready to go to the
Are
Cactus.
you going
College,
to her concert?
Yeah, aren't we all?
Okay.
I think so.
I need to buy my ticket.
Please buy your ticket.
Yeah, my
Maybe
titties
you
are gonna be out.
Hell,
Like when she says, "Take your clothes off."
It's called the Tits Out Tour.
Yes.
Yeah, like my titties
Literally
need
awesome.
to be out,
Guys, how have we not talked about Kesha yet?
dude.
sorry.
She's like my fucking queen.
You can be cool and not be like all about women empowerment. And I think
That's true.
Like,
That's
I
she's
think
about
that's what
her.
she is, right?
That is what she's
sure.
just a cool person.
But can we like her anymore because she says wake up feeling like P Diddy? Get
No,
the
she
fuck
changed
out of
it.
here.
She changed it.
she did?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
like Taylor Swift with the I'll just tell my friend you're gay
Yeah.
because that got changed too.
also-
Still a banger of a line.
I mean, it is.
And
But it's
original Better Than Revenge, she says she's better known for the things that she does on the mattress. And people were like, that's kind of slut shamey. So when she re-recorded it, she did He Was a Moth to the Flame. She was holding the matches.
See,
Now,
She's
and
such a
my
classy
feminist
broad.
me, I prefer the original lyric.
which is fine.
Yes. Listen, we all love a good slut.
Right? Exactly.
I like for real. I
Own
live
it.
for slut stories.
She also wrote a song called Slut. That if they call me a slut, they might as well be looking at us.
True.
Yeah.
Anyway, going back to nostalgia. Sorry, I just Kesha. I
Okay.
side railed there.
Okay, so more nostalgia.
Definitely glitter.
Yeah.
Also, I still feel that way about glitter
I fucking
because
love glitter.
when we had our witchy night, even Kate had brought nail stickers, and I was like, "Fuck that! I'm putting it on my face."
right?
For like the 3 next days, I had a sticker on my face. I loved it.
As a kid, if there's one thing that I knew Kayla was gonna do, is gonna put something on her face.
Something
she was
Glitter,
like a rave
sticker.
girl.
Yeah.
She is like the makings of a rave girl.
I honestly, and even my mom will tell you, yeah, Kayla always drew pictures, and she always had stuff all over her, like piercings in her face.
I didn't know that as a kid. She said you would always draw tattoos on yourself and for family self portraits.
Isn't that
I'm
funny?
like, why didn't they bring that up in therapy?
Yeah. They're like, no one saw it coming.
I don't know
No
why
idea.
she's covered.
That's
So I still love glitter, but I agree with you. Glitter is like that nostalgia, feel good. You just feel happy.
well, and like the little butterfly clips.
Yes.
That are making a fucking comeback.
Yes, they are.
No.
It is shameful how many I have.
I have a
No.
whole
I have a whole drawer.
list of movies that just conjure that feeling for me. Like
yeah.
Now and Then,
Oh, for sure.
Babysitter's Club, Clueless,
Clueless.
like Mean Girls. Obviously, I was older when that came out.
Practical Magic.
Hell,
Like
yes.
that is my life goal.
That's a
Practical
feel
Magic
good.
2 is coming out next year, the day after my birthday. It's my 40th birthday
Sandra
present.
Bullock is-
I've decided.
Is she gonna be in it?
Yeah.
Oh hell
And
yeah.
Nicole Kidman.
Yep.
I love that.
It's probably going to be terrible, as most sequels of that type are.
I don't
but
know.
still.
I feel like everything that those two have been in.
That's fair.
I don't really know many bad ones.
mean,
The worst
even-
one is Miscongeniality.
That's
It's
what I was
still
saying.
awesome.
I fucking love that movie.
Yep. I was like, even that,
Yeah.
I would argue that's probably the worst, and it's Still pretty great. Yeah.
Yeah,
Bird Box, fuck me up.
but she named them boy and girl. Like, stop.
Yeah, I agree. That was a little
Like,
cringe.
bitch, I know you're more creative than that.
No, she was like, you're not going to make it past infancy anyway. We're just going to call you boy and girl.
Could you imagine, like, as they aged up, they were like, fuck.
Yes, I am a boy and I am boy.
I am boy.
I am boy.
Well, to be
like the
fair, they didn't
Croods.
really have anybody to tell.
That's true.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Touche.
Yeah. They're like just for like. Do you think it was like comedic relief?
No, I think it was to make them,
Desensitized?
yes.
Yeah.
So she didn't become attached to them.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was, which is
No, I was still
hey,
been attached.
she's more than a mom. All right.
That's right. And she's
she
a person.
knew from the beginning.
You piece of shit, Chelsea.
I can't believe you wouldn't want them to die. Jeez.
Sorry.
Spice Girls night and watching Spice World because that movie is god awful, but I love it. So
Okay, now
What's
that
Spice
was
Girl?
good.
Spice World.
I already
which
know.
Spice Girl? Oh,
Yeah.
Which I'm baby.
Your baby.
I'm baby.
You're
Wait,
so
which one would I
baby.
be?
I know you're probably
Well,
sporty.
Sporty?
You with the
I
dark
could see
hair.
that with
I
the
was going
dark.
to say posh.
Posh.
Oh
Could be a
yeah,
good
you could
one,
be
too.
posh.
I get to be with David Beckham?
Hell yeah, you do, dude.
Don't tell
Sorry,
Courtney.
Courtney.
I feel like, well, can you kick a soccer ball?
Can you bend it?
Yeah. Yeah, are you in fucking movies? Well, he's been on TV, so.
That's true.
well,
I was always Ginger.
Duh.
Oh my God.
so good. Which one are you?
I was always wanting to be posh because I
Okay.
liked her short hair.
Okay.
Dude, she pulled it off so
Oh,
good.
yeah. She's an icon.
You guys, nobody picked Scary Spice. Are we being...
No, we're being culturally appropriate, is what we're being.
Good.
And we have to be conscious of it as white women.
Okay, I like
Oh my
that.
God.
I like that response.
That
I
is
can't
true.
even pretend to be tan.
Right? Like, I just turn into one giant freckle. There's no tanning going
I
on here.
literally paid obscure amounts of money to tan the month before the wedding, and then I got a
yeah.
spray tan on top of it.
Yeah, it is
And
already
now
gone.
look, we're
Yeah.
1 week out, and I'm white again.
She is white as
I
can
am
be.
who I am.
Yeah, I was like, I literally just threw money in a blender.
So funny.
Was it worth it though? Did you feel good?
I mean, Courtney smiled at me, so I think it worked.
When?
I can't stand you.
When he did, he was like, "Baby," and I was like, "Yes."
This is what I wanted.
Him. I'm like that witch in the bog that like put on all that like pretty makeup and stuff.
Oh my God.
And I like, trapped his ass, and he's stuck with me because he doesn't have time to file paperwork.
Oh, stop it. You're the most beautiful swamp
not
witch I've
leaving.
ever met.
Yeah,
Oh, I love it.
I think I'm gonna go with bog.
Bog witch. Okay.
Bog
Yeah.
witch, not a swamp witch.
Yeah, because swamp means like I have to put in a lot of work. Bogs, you just let it go.
All right.
My perfume that I usually use is called Sea Witch, but I recently got one that's called Green Witch, and I've been using it since we did our summer solstice night.
Stop. That's
It
so
just
cool.
feels
Naturally.
right.
It is right.
And then I got spell oil that's called Intuitive as fuck, and I've been putting that on. And the other day I asked Trav if he wanted to use it, and he was like, I'm already intuitive.
He's like, I don't need any more.
I was like, you are, you're right.
He'd be over the cap. It'd be too much.
It'd be too much.
He's like,
then you're going to know what I'm going to say before I say
I was going
it.
to say he'd be like a seer.
Yes.
Yeah, like what's that movie where the guy could like see in the future?
Oh, no.
Oh no.
I feel like there's a lot of those. Yeah.
Stop. Okay.
Going with Nicolas Cage?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes, he's Nicolas
What is
Cage
your
instead of Pedro
brain? I don't-
Pascal.
Knowing.
Yes, like so the whole movie, like he can see like 7 seconds ahead. So he's like, I can tell you what is on each like TV show, and then like he like overcomes this, and like everything from like the second half of the movie was going to happen, and he's like,
Interesting.
I can prevent this, and you're just like, no fucking way.
That's like butterfly effect shit.
Yeah,
dude.
so
No, you
that
gotta
one
mess
would have been
with it.
Travis if he would have used your intuitive thing. It would have been like ridiculous.
I like the connection.
Yeah.
No, when I use my spell oil, it just makes me almost his level.
It's like I get a microfraction of it.
It's fine.
It's all good.
That's all I got. We weren't going to do a what'd you find?
You know what I am going to say though? Do it. A song that makes me think like main character energy as a kid was Lucky by Britney Spears.
Oh my god.
Yes.
And it was just so like, she's so lucky. And you would do it in that voice. I felt on top of the world.
The worst part is like when you had your headphones on and you're like belting it out, and your parents are like, shut the fuck up, because you can't hear yourself. And everyone else is just like, for the love of God, who the fuck bought them
I
that?
sound good. Like,
Yeah, like, listen, we're going to be fucking famous, guys.
yes.
You want me here singing.
Candy by Mandy Moore.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
Or I Want Candy by Aaron
Carter.
Carter. Thank
Candy.
you. Holy shit.
No, you know what song is like a fucking vibe, though? Is the
Party
one.
in the USA.
That one is
It
my
is.
karaoke song, because I can like talk through it.
Yes.
But no, it's like a new song, and it's by like a Nico.
I'd have to hear
She
it.
says, fuck a princess, I'm a king.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I don't know
Like
it.
that one is that like when I was like single and being an
Yes.
absolute menace to society, that's what I would hype myself up with. And that's how I
Listen.
got Courtney.
Every woman deserves a slutty stage.
Yeah. Like I was just like mean to
Everybody.
him, and he was just like, that's my type. And like that was my hype song.
Boom.
Yeah. I'm like, I am
tell
your
them all.
king,
Fuck
Courtney. And he's like,
I
yes.
support a good hoe phase.
Oh.
Post,
Yeah.
whatever.
I
Honestly,
also,
everyone needs one.
So they say that is the ideal relationship. I just watched this, Instagram therapist thing, but it was saying a man that is a little bit obsessed with his woman and the woman is considered a little bit mean, but they're really not mean. It's just she is very like, you know what you want. And the guy is just respectful of it. And they were saying like that is like one of the most healthiest relationship types. And I thought that was so cool.
Travis willy likes me, but I also willy like him. So sometimes I panic when I'm not with him. It's fine.
Well, like with Courtney, I'm like, I can tell you're an only child. Because he'll be like, can we watch this movie? And I'm like, you can watch it. And he's like, but I want to watch it with you. And I'm like, or
Hear me
you
out.
can watch it and I'm going to go to sleep. And he's just like, but babe, I'm like, listen, I spent all my youth watching the shit my siblings wanted to watch. I'm not wasting my adulthood.
I'll still be right beside
Yeah,
you, but
like-
I'm just not gonna watch
Yeah,
it.
I'm
we
like,
do that a lot, and I call it parallel play. Like, we don't
Yeah.
have to
Yep.
be doing the same thing, but
Yeah.
we'll be together.
We
Yeah.
do that all the
Doing our
time
thing.
because I read so much and Travis plays video games.
Yeah.
And I say that all the time. I'm like, I'm happy that we are experiencing our own worlds together.
Yes.
It makes
I
me
read
so
and Mark
happy.
watches a Twitch stream or something.
I love it.
I
Oh,
literally am in the dream realm, and Courtney is
That's where you wanna be,
watching
though.
sci-fi
I mean,
things
that's
that
fine.
go
You're
over
still,
my head.
You're still together.
yeah.
Yeah,
You're still together.
yeah.
All right, my
I'm there for
friends.
mental support.
Anyone got anything else they feel like they need to talk about?
No,
You really need to
Aaron.
address something.
Oh, yes, I will.
You're-
Oh yeah, her poem.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, please.
There were so many times I almost referenced it during this conversation because I was like, yep, that's exactly what.
That's what this is.
Bring us all
Exactly
back.
the poem.
I actually saw it on Instagram first.
Crazy though.
I know.
The online world.
I know, right?
Pause you.
It's called Keep Your Girlfriends by Patricia Lynn Riley. I sat on a porch in Waycross, Georgia on a summer day, drinking iced tea and visiting with my mother. Don't forget your girlfriends, Mother advised, clinking the ice cubes in her glass. No matter how much you love your husband, you are still going to need your girlfriends. Remember to go places with them now and then, do things with them, and remember that girlfriends are not only friends, but sisters, daughters, and other relatives too. What a funny piece of advice, I thought. Hadn't I just gotten married? Hadn't I just joined the couple world? I was now a married woman, for goodness sake, not a young girl who needed girlfriends. But I listened to my mom. I kept contact with my girlfriends and made more each year. As the years tumbled by, one after another, gradually I came to understand that Mom really knew what she was talking about. Here's what I know about girlfriends. Girlfriends bring casseroles and scrub your bathroom when you need help. Girlfriends keep your children and keep your secrets. Girlfriends give advice when you ask for it. Sometimes you take it, sometimes you don't. Girlfriends don't always tell you that you're right, but they're usually honest. Girlfriends still love you even when they don't agree with your choices. Girlfriends laugh with you, and you don't need canned jokes to start the laughter. Girlfriends pull you out of jams. Girlfriends will give you a party for your son or daughter when they get married or have a baby, in whatever order that comes. Girlfriends are there for you in an instant and when the hard times come. Girlfriends listen when you lose a job or a friend. Girlfriends listen when your children break your heart. I'm going to cry. Girlfriends listen when your parents' minds and bodies fail. Girlfriends cry with you when someone you love dies. My daughters, sisters, family, and friends bless my life. When we began this adventure, we had no idea of the incredible joys or sorrows that lay ahead, nor did we know how much we would need each other. keep your girlfriends.
That makes me want. I know.
Yeah, I'm crying.
I know. I'm like, I cry at baseline. So this, I'm like, if I get through it without choking up, I will be very impressed with myself. But yes, I just thought that was lovely.
It's
Your
very
girlfriends
sweet.
matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had that bookmarked literally since we talked about this back in March. So.
Aaron's like, this is fucking top tier.
It's taken us so long to be
Yeah.
able to get all of us
Perfection.
together.
I know.
That was the perfect ending. Thank
was
you,
the
Aaron.
perfect
I
ending.
love it.
Thank you. Thank you. And I thought very much of you, especially just because we've been through some shit.
We've been through some stuff for a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been friends with Julia the longest.
Wow.
She's my cousin.
It's almost like you're related or something.
know.
God.
But yeah, I like all of our friendships that we have. I'd like all of us to continue to be friends.
Same.
Well, listen,
try
I have
it.
like,
That'd be nice.
I think I can count on one hand how many friends I have. So,
So
it's not that hard.
Quality over quantity.
Yeah,
That's right.
That's
It's
true.
real. It's such a real
Yeah.
thing. I
Yeah.
actually had a girlfriend recently that was saying that to me because Julia and I went to a birthday party recently together, and then we realized it was mostly family that were there, and we were the only non-related people. And it was just one of those like, she really is a quality over quantity type of person. And I mean, I still had a good time. Like,
Absolutely.
Well, my rule of thumb and what I'm learning is that like you want them to give back like what you give. So like
Yes.
if they're like you know the whole like cup analogy
Yeah.
where like if you keep like dumping and dumping and dumping, if no one's like dumping back into you, then your cup's empty.
Yeah.
So like you just like and like different people like take different amounts. So
absolutely.
like it's sometimes it's one person's turn to be a shit show. Sometimes it's both of your turns. And
Sometimes we're both
it's
empty.
smooth.
It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be
Just waiting for the
100%
rain.
reciprocity.
Yeah,
either,
but
you
like
said.
you just like
Sometimes-
want people who like because like that's the thing is if I'm having like a really bad day, I want someone where like I can just call them.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
want to call and I just like want to cry it out. Or like in Kayla's case, just listen to me go in a circle for 6 hours.
It's absolutely fine. It
But,
only
like-
took an hour and a half, actually.
You gotta spiral sometimes.
It felt like 6 hours. But yeah, like so like those are the kind of people I want. Whereas like, you know how there's some friends that like show up for like the good times and then they like just dip.
yeah.
Or, like you feel like you're a burden if you
Yeah.
come to them with something. Like
Yeah, like
a bummer.
it's just like
It's good to have your girlfriends.
that's right.
Yeah.
It is.
We're out.
Thanks for being my girlfriend. Dogs.
Thanks for coming over, guys. I enjoyed this a lot. It makes me happy.
Yes.
I appreciate you guys a lot.
You, Aaron.
We
You made
made
me
it.
cry.